if that the cover page could teach us so much, let us delve deep inside and see how much more treasure we can take from the chapters of Bhagavad Gita. So before we begin, will has anyone read this? Have you read the introduction? The introduction itself is some 20 or 25 pages. Prabhupada has very extensively explained why you should go for, why you should read the Bhagavad Gita. So, how many chapters are there in the Bhagavad Gita? 18. Where it starts from? What is the first chapter entitled? Huh? Observing the armies. So, what led to that? Let us see. Uh, you all have heard about Bhagavad Gita even before you came to Krishna consciousness. सुना है कि नहीं? So why Bhagavad Gita as it is? Prabhupada mentions it in the मतलब प्रभुपाद जी अपने इंट्रोडक्शन में ही देते हैं कि भगवद गीता एज इट इज़ क्यों है. किसी को पता है? Any in outputs? I mean, any comment on why it is Bhagavad Gita as it is? Yes, Mataji. Yes. So Prabhupada mentions in the introduction that there are so many versions, but every version the author has put in his opinion. Suppose you are sick and you go to a doctor. If you want to really get well, what do? You follow the instructions of the doctor, you take the medicines as per the prescribed dose. Will you take it whimsically? आप अपने आप में ही आपका स्वयं ट्रीटमेंट करोगे क्या? इससे क्या होगा? You don't get the result. It may even turn worse. उल्टा भी हो सकता है ना. तो भगवद गीता हमें उसी तरह से सीखना चाहिए जिस तरह से भगवान ने बताया है. Not whimsically, not according to one's own opinion and one's own mental concoction. तो इसलिए भगवद गीता as it is, that as it is very important, and Prabhupada stresses कि we have he along with the blessings of his guru and acharyas have tried to mention and put it as Lord Krishna had explained it to Arjuna. No mixing, no concoction, no mental speculation. तो इसलिए जब हम यथारूप कहते हैं भगवद गीता, तो ये आपको समझना चाहिए कि भगवान ने जिस तरह से एक्सप्लेन किया अर्जुन को, उसी तरह से प्रभुपाद ने इसको प्रेजेंट किया है. दैट इज़ वाई भगवद गीता एज इट इज़. सो भगवद गीता, that Bhagavad Gita means if you translate it, it comes as Song of God. So see, when Krishna was explaining it to Arjuna, it was not that previous day उन्होंने सोचा कि हाँ अर्जुन के सामने जाके मुझे, तो प्रिपरेशन नहीं था. It was a spontaneous dialogue, rather monologue, where Krishna was explaining and Arjuna was listening. So it is known as Gitopanishad. Sarva Upanishato Gavo, we discussed this last time. Dogdha Gopala Nandana, Partho Valsa Sudhir Bhokta, Dugdham Gita Amritam Mahat, and then it goes on, Gita Mahatmya. So it is the Upanishad. See, when you talk of milk, how many, you can transform milk into so many products. So first, the basic ingredient is milk. जब आप उसको बॉईल करते हो तो ऊपर क्या होता है? क्रीम. सो दैट इज़ द क्रीम. लाइक इट इज़ मोर प्यूरिफाइड और मोर कंडेंस्ड. फिर वो मिल्क क्रीम को आप लेके उसको चर्न करोगे तो आपको क्या मिलेगा? बटर, विच इज़ इवन मोर व्हाट यू से कंडेंस्ड. और बटर को आप अगर उसको घी बनाओगे तो that is the purest form we say ना. तो milk get putrefied easily. क्रीम आप थोड़े दिन और स्टोर कर सकते हो, बटर को और थोड़े दिन, बट घी इट रिमेन्स लॉन्ग लास्टिंग. तो गीता का जो बटर नेक्टर है, दैट इज द क्रीम ऑफ ऑल वैदिक लिटरेचर. सर्व उपनिषदों गावो दुग्धा गोपालानंदना पार्थो वत्स सुधीर दुग्धम गीता अमृतम. So it is the nectar, and who has spoken it? Lord Krishna himself. And Lord Krishna, if you look into the Gita, he introduces himself कि मैं कौन हूँ, आई एम द सुप्रीम. कई जगह पे उन्होंने ये लिखा है. एंड इवन अर्जुना कोट्स मेनी आचार्यस, असिता, देवला एंड ऑल दैट, एंड सेज इवन दे हैव एस्टैब्लिश्ड एंड एक्सेप्टेड दैट यू आर द भगवान. तो इंट्रोडक्शन श्री भगवानुवाचा. जब भी कृष्णा के श्लोक आते हैं तो हाउ डज व्यासदेव इंट्रोड्यूस हिम? श्री भगवान उवाचा. बाकी सब आप देखोगे संजय उवाचा, अर्जुन उवाचा, धृतराष्ट्र उवाचा, बट श्री भगवान उवाचा. So that itself establishes that the Lord is the supreme. And of course in the Bhagavad Gita various chapters also this fact is established. So now the question may arise, how do we understand Bhagavad Gita? So to understand Bhagavad Gita, we have to be like Arjuna. So there was a friendly relation between Arjuna and Krishna. And of course in the introduction, Prabhupada mentions that one can have a relationship with Krishna in 5 different ways. 5 principal ways. सबको पता है वो. It starts with Shantaras, Dasyaras, Sakhya, Vatsalya, and सबसे ऊंचा है माधुर्य. तो हर व्यक्ति का, हर जीव का भगवान के साथ एक सनातन, एक एटर्नल नाता है. वो इन 5 में से किसी एक तरह से हो सकता है. So what it is we don't know, but we do have a relationship, and our duty, especially having obtained the human form of life, is to rekindle and re-establish that eternal relationship with God in one of these 5 ways. तो अर्जुन जो थे वो भगवान से किस मूड में था, उनका जो रिलेशन वो साख्य रूप में था. इसलिए वो कहते हैं ना, in the 11th chapter if you see Bhagavad Gita, the Arjuna says, after seeing his Virat roop, Arjuna says, oh my God, I have been joking with you, I have been eating with you in the same plate, I have been sleeping with you, we have been roaming together and as a friend. But now after seeing this, I know that you are the supreme. So I have taken, मतलब वो जो relation है उसको मैंने बहुत lightly लिया है. And then that goes on in the 11th chapter. So to understand Bhagavad Gita, we have to be in the mood of Arjun. और वो कैसा था? आप अगर फर्स्ट चैप्टर देखोगे, फर्स्ट चैप्टर में भगवान कुछ नहीं बोलते हैं, कुछ नहीं बोलते हैं. सेकेंड चैप्टर में भी भगवान कुछ नहीं बोलते हैं, सिर्फ सुनते हैं. जब वो कार्पण्य दोष आता है एंड अर्जुना सरेंडर्स टू हिम, दैट इज व्हेन कृष्णा, द रिलेशनशिप चेंजेस, द इक्वेशन चेंजेस, और वो फ्रेंडशिप से एक डिसाइपल, एक शिष्य और गुरु का रूप लेता है. एंड देन कृष्णा स्टार्ट्स एडवाइजिंग हिम. सो जब तक हम सरेंडर नहीं करेंगे, जब तक हमारा विश्वास भगवान के ऊपर नहीं रहेगा और हम वो दास्य भाव या जो सबमिसिव भाव है उसको अगर हम नहीं लेंगे, तब तक भगवान he will not help us out. So that again in the Bhagavad Gita 4:34, Krishna says, tad vidhi pranipatena परिप्रश्नेन सेवया. हाउ टू अप्रोच एंड गेट नॉलेज. भगवान ने नॉलेज दिया है ये भगवद गीता में. इफ़ यू सी द 7th chapter, 4th chapter, ट्रांसेंडेंटल नॉलेज, ऑपुलेंस ऑफ द लॉर्ड इन द 8th chapter. सो एवरीथिंग जो नॉलेज दिया है वो ऐसे ही नहीं दिया. जब अर्जुन ने सरेंडर किया तब जाके भगवान ने अपना क्या कहते हैं दिल खोला, या जो भी बोलो. दैट इज़ व्हेन कृष्णा स्टार्ट्स explaining to Arjuna the Bhagavad Gita. Till Arjuna was in that, ओ मैं ये करूँगा, मैं ऐसा नहीं कर पाऊँगा, मैं लड़ नहीं पाऊँगा, ये मेरे स्वजन है, ये मेरे बांधव हैं. भगवान भी कुछ नहीं बोलते, सिर्फ सुन के लेते हैं. सो इज़ अ गुड लिसनर ऑल्सो. द लॉर्ड इज़ अ गुड लिसनर. तो हमारी मन की बात वो क्यों नहीं सुनेंगे. तो अर्जुन जब कहता है कार्पण्य दोषो, मैं आपके शरण लेता हूँ, प्लीज़ एक्सप्लेन मी एंड ब्रिंग मी आउट ऑफ माई कन्फ्यूजन, तब जाके भगवान गीता शुरू करते हैं, भगवद गीता. तो अर्जुन की जैसे हमें सबमिसिव होना चाहिए अगर भगवद गीता का पूरा ज्ञान समझना है तो. अब जब हम कोई बुक खोलते हैं, तो you must have read so many books. What it contains? I'm not talking about the fiction. When you purchase a science book or when you purchase a philosophy book, तो क्या होता है इंट्रोडक्शन में? उसका पर्पस बताया जाता है, ब्रीफ होता है कि आप ये बुक पढ़ोगे तो ये होगा. सेल्फ हेल्प बुक्स क्या होते हैं? सेल्फ हेल्प बुक्स आप अगर पढ़ोगे तो इंट्रोडक्शन में बोलते हैं ना, ये पढ़ने से आपका कॉन्फिडेंस बढ़ जाएगा, या यू कैन बिकम अ पब्लिक स्पीकर, यू कैन स्पीक इन पब्लिक, ये सब होता है. तो पर्पस ऑफ भगवद गीता भी भगवद गीता में बताया गया है. और वो क्या है? प्रभुपाद वेरी क्लियरली मेंशंस टू डिलीवर मैनकाइंड फ्रॉम द नेसेंस ऑफ मटीरियल एग्जिस्टेंस. तो हमने पहले वो डॉक्टर की बात करी ना, कि इफ़ यू आर सिक यू हैव टू अप्रोच अ डॉक्टर टू गेट क्योर्ड. अब हम सोचते होंगे हमारी बीमारी क्या है, व्हाट इज़ आवर डिजीज़. पहली बात, डू यू एक्सेप्ट दैट यू आर सिक? हाँ, बहुत सारे लोग वो एक्सेप्ट नहीं करते. व्हाट इज़ आवर सिकनेस? हमारी बीमारी क्या है? कृष्णा. वी ऑल वांट टू एन्जॉय अवे फ्रॉम कृष्णा, वी वांट टू एन्जॉय आवर सेंसेस. तो ये एक बीमारी है. वेदर यू एक्सेप्ट और नॉट, द लॉर्ड हैज़ डिक्लेयर्ड दैट this is a disease, and to cure us of that disease, what you have to do? You have to learn or study and follow what is mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita. So Bhagavad Gita, in the Gita Mahatmyam, there is a very beautiful shloka which says, Mala nirvochanam pumsam jalasnanam dine dine sakrit Geetamrita snanam samsara mala नाशनम. सो अगर कोई, हम दिन में 2 बार तो नहाते हैं, स्नान करते हैं. क्यों? हमारी जो शरीर में जो भी गंदगी है उसको निकालने के लिए हम स्नान करते हैं. पर संसारा मलानाशनम, अगर ये जो सांसारिक दृष्टिकोण से हम वी आर ट्राइंग टू एन्जॉय आवर सेंसेस, वी वांट टू एन्जॉय मटेरियली, अगर वो बीमारी को धो के साफ करना है तो भगवान गीता महात्म्य में आदि शंकराचार्य जी क्या कहते हैं? सकृत गीतामृत स्नानम. सो इफ यू bathe yourselves with the teachings of Bhagavad Gita, तो क्या होगा? samsara mala nashana. Your propensity to enjoy material senses, to enjoy materially different, separate from Krishna, उसका सर्वनाश होगा. Means you will, that propensity will be cleared, will be totally rooted off by the Lord. So that is what आदि शंकराचार्य जी अपने गीता महात्म्य में कहते हैं. So purpose of Bhagavad Gita, let us be very clear, that is to cure us from the disease of material existence. अब material existence, हम कहाँ थे पहले? We were all in the kingdom of God. We were with Krishna, but we wanted to enjoy separately from him. So भगवान ने क्या कहा, भाई ये मेरे यहाँ ये नहीं चलेगा. So he created a material world, the samsara, and all those rebellious children were put there. कहा मेरे यहाँ you don't create any, क्या बोलते हैं, एक बच्चा अगर बहुत ही डिस्टर्बेंस क्रिएट करता है तो बाकी लोग भी, टीचर भी क्लास में ऐसे ही करती है ना, कि एक बच्चे के वजह से बाकी के क्लास में सारे बच्चों को डिस्टर्बेंस होता है तो क्या करता है, गेट आउट ऑफ द क्लास. सो वी आर ऑल्सो गेट आउट ऑफ द क्लास इन दिस मटेरियल वर्ल्ड. तो अभी गेट इन करना है, वी हैव टू गेट इन. सो व्हाट डू यू डू? अगर गेट आउट बोला है तो क्या करते हैं, टीचर से माफ़ी मांगते हैं, टीचर ने बताया हुआ रास्ते पे चलते हैं, तब जाके यू कम इन. So that is studying of Bhagavad Gita. So you study Bhagavad Gita and get in back to where you belong, to the class, to the home of Krishna. So that is, जब ब्रजबिहारी प्रभु ने स्टार्ट किया था तो उन्होंने एक एग्जाम्पल दिया था ये इसके बारे में. See there are, see if you visit a hospital, there may be, हमने देखा है ना, काफ़ी तरह के पेशेंट्स हमें नज़र आते हैं. सो इन वन वार्ड देयर वर 3 पेशेंट्स एंड ऑल द 3 वर क्राइंग इन पेन. बहुत दर्द से वो रो रहे थे और तीनों को डॉक्टर अटेंड कर रहे थे. तो द फर्स्ट पेशेंट, उसका सिचुएशन ये था कि डॉक्टर्स को उसकी बीमारी जो है उसका पता चल गया था और वो उस हिसाब से वो ट्रीट कर रहे थे. सेकेंड का जो है बीमारी का पता ही नहीं चल रहा था. और थर्ड जो है बीमारी तो छोड़ो, उसका उल्टा इलाज हो रहा था. सो ऑल द 3 आर क्राइंग. अब एक बाहर के व्यक्ति को क्या लगेगा कि सब रो रहे हैं, बट तीनों की कंडीशन में डिफरेंस है. द फर्स्ट इज़ ऑल्सो क्राइंग इन पेन बट देर इज़ होप, क्योंकि उसकी बीमारी जो है उसका पता चल गया है. द डॉक्टर्स आर ट्रीटिंग हिम करेक्टली एंड थोड़े दिन में ही सही पर वो ही विल गेट क्योर्ड. द सेकेंड डायग्नोसिस नहीं हुआ है बट स्टिल देर इज़ होप ना, कि कभी ना कभी कोई रिजल्ट्स है. थर्ड का क्या है, उल्टा डायग्नोसिस हो गया है एंड दे हैव स्टार्टेड मेडिसिन्स ऑन बेस्ड ऑन दैट रॉन्ग डायग्नोसिस. तो क्या होगा, वो और वर्स कंडीशन में चला जाएगा. So first of all we have to accept that we are materially sick. Only then we can absorb the teachings. So that is the purpose of, so accept that we are materially suffering and Bhagavad Gita is the medicine to alleviate and to destroy our material suffering. Now in Bhagavad Gita, see, the introduction is very vast. I will not go into it deeply, but I've just picked up the main points. I would strongly recommend that you go home, इसको खोलिए और इसका introduction पढ़िए. 5 basic truths भगवद गीता में डिस्कस किया है. It is ईश्वरा, जीवा, प्रकृति, काला and कर्मा. तो ईश्वरा हमने डिस्कस किया, इट्स none other than Lord Krishna. और ये भगवद गीता में it's very explicitly and very elaborately mentioned that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Now जब हम ईश्वर कहते हैं तो उसका what does it mean? It means that you are the controller, proprietor and enjoyer. So कोई प्रोप्राइटर हो सकता है बट वो कंट्रोलर और एन्जॉयर नहीं हो सकता है. कोई कंट्रोलर हो सकता है बट ही मे नॉट बी द प्रोप्राइटर एंड एन्जॉयर. सो ऑल दीज कॉम्बिनेशंस वी सी इन द मटेरियल वर्ल्ड, बट विद कृष्णा इज द ओनली प्रोप्राइटर, एन्जॉयर एंड controller, supreme controller. So he is the controller who is Mayadhyakshena, he is the controller. अब जीवा के बारे में बोलेंगे तो जीवा आर द लिविंग एंटिटीज. जैसे हम सब, एवरी लिविंग एंटिटी इज अ जीवा, एंड कृष्णा सेज इन द भगवद गीता, ममई वांशो जीवलोके जीवभूत सनातन। सो जो जीवा है वो कृष्ण के ही पार्ट एंड पार्सल से, मम अंश, जीवभूत सनातन, और वो सनातन है, they are eternal. So every living soul, every soul is eternal and is a part and parcel of Krishna. फिर क्या कहते हैं, मन षष्ठानि इंद्रियाणि प्रकृति स्थानि कर्षति। तो क्या हो गया, हम भगवान से अलग हो गए और उसके वजह से वी आर सफरिंग इन दिस मटेरियल वर्ल्ड विथ माइंड ट्रिकिंग अस। तो हम भगवान के अंश हैं और सनातन हैं। सो यू हैव टू गो बैक टू वेयर यू बिलोंग। सो दैट इज जीवा। सो दिस इज ममई वांशो। फिर भगवान 7 चैप्टर में कहते हैं इसकी क्वालिटी क्या है। अपरेयम इतस्त्वन्यम प्रकृतिम विद्धि में पर। सो ये जो अंश है, जो जैसे हम हैं, हम जो जीव है, देर आर two types of energy of Lord. One is the jiva which we were discussing, and there is prakriti. So ये prakriti जो है, the material nature, Krishna says in the 7th chapter that prakriti is subordinate to the jiva. So the jiva is on a higher level with relation to Krishna, and जो प्रकृति है वो मेरे से अलग but inferior है. So amongst the prakriti and jiva, the jiva is superior to the prakriti. So every jiva has a relationship with Ishvara. So that is how Ishvara jiva. Third is prakriti. Now prakriti is also Daivi Hesha Gunamayi, Mama Maya Duratya. Krishna says in the 7th chapter. So it is also divine, and Mama Maya, she is my energy. Krishna is declaring it, but she is under my control. Maya Dhyakshena Prakriti. So Prakriti is the material nature, and we all know there are 3 types of material nature. क्या क्या है वो? What are the 3 types of Prakriti? And Sattvic. So tamas, that is, there is a mode of ignorance, there is a mode of passion, and there is a mode of sattva, goodness. फिर भी भगवान क्या कहते हैं कि ये तीनों जो है that is still material. Now to हम जब कहते हैं कि we are vegetarians, we don't eat, Prabhupada कहते हैं that is the basic quality of a human being. There's nothing to be proud of being a vegetarian. Even, and Prabhupada says this, monkeys are also vegetarians. So what is it that distinguishes us from others? And that is the ability to ask questions. Discrimination. We can discriminate between good and bad. Our intelligence. The animals don't have that power. So once you have attained this human form of life, we have to inquire. Now what do we inquire? That we see in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, the discussion between Sanatan Goswami and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. You have to inquire, who am I? What am I doing here? You all agree we are all having miseries. कोई ऐसा है जिसको miseries नहीं है? Is there anyone who can claim that I am not miserable? Anyone? सबके पास miseries हैं, तो we should inquire ना, why am I miserable? जब हम fail होते हैं तो टीचर को जाके पूछते हैं ना कि मुझे इतने marks क्यों आए? What is the reason that I fail? And then you work on it. So atha atho brahma jitnyasa. Once you have have you ever seen dogs or cats attaining a school and learning? Why only human beings? Because we have that ability to grasp, to have knowledge, to ask why we are suffering so much, एंड इज देयर अ वे आउट. फेल हो गया तो हम टीचर को जाके क्या कहते हैं कि मैं इसको कैसे सुधारूं, हाउ डू आई पास. सो हैविंग ऑब्टेन्ड अ ह्यूमन फॉर्म, भगवान बोलते हैं इसको ऐसे ही डोंट वाइल अवे, मतलब इसको ऐसे फेंको नहीं. अगर आपके हाथ में कोई हीरा आया हो तो आप उसको फेंक दोगे क्या? यू विल बहुत ही you will take care of it na, you will protect it, you will see to it that it is not stolen. The human form of life is that rare opportunity where we can inquire why this is happening to me, why am I suffering, and we can ask and look for solutions, which is there in the Bhagavad Gita. So having at the purpose of Bhagavad Gita, we were discussing the 5 truths. So जीवा, ईश्वरा, जीवा, प्रकृति. तो हम ये जो 3 तमस, रजस और इसके बारे में, सो एक जीवा जब यहाँ आता है भगवान से अलग होके, he is put into, he or she is put into all these miseries, and one must inquire why I am suffering and how to get out of it. So that you will find in the Bhagavad Gita. That is the third. Fourth is Kala. Everything in this material world has a beginning and has an end. That means time factor is influencing. हम कैसे कहते हैं how old are you? I am so and so. So कहाँ से आपकी शुरुआत करते हैं आप? जब आपकी from your date of birth you calculate. So time. तो जो भी influences है, when you are in this material world, everything has a beginning and an end. So time is the factor that determines, or the influencing factor बोलते हैं ना हम. कुछ चीज़ें हैं बहुत पुरानी हो गई फेंक दो, या खराब हो गई. सो खराब होने का मतलब क्या है? Time has acted upon it and it has lost its ability to serve the purpose. कपड़े हो, that's what the Lord says in the Bhagavad Gita, नवासांसि जीर्णानि यथा विहाय नवानि गृह्णानि नरोपराणि तथा शरीराणि विहाय जीर्ण. जीर्ण हो गया मतलब उसको हम यूज़ नहीं कर सकते. तो जो यूज़ नहीं कर सकते उसको हम क्या करते हैं? फेंक देते हैं. सो जीर्ण कैसे होता है? जब देयर इज़ एन इन्फ्लुएंस ऑफ टाइम ऑन इट. मंदिर के बारे में भी जीर्णोद्धार ये सब सुना होगा ना. मतलब बिकॉज द टाइम हैज़ एक्टेड, सम सर्टन टाइम हैज़ पास्ड, द वैल्यू और द यूटिलिटी उसका कम हो गया है, तो हम उसे फेंक देते हैं या उसको रिपेयर करते हैं. सो टाइम एक्ट्स ऑन एवरीथिंग इन दिस मटेरियल वर्ल्ड. So there is a beginning, there is an end. But in the spiritual world, there is no time. Time doesn't act on the living entities there. जो भगवत धाम में हैं उनके ऊपर टाइम का कोई इन्फ्लुएंस नहीं होता है. That is why Krishna is always a 16-year-old. He never ages beyond 16. Nava Yauvanam, हमेशा. और even the devotees who are there are also in the same Nava Yauvanam only. They don't age. So Kala is the fourth factor that is discussed very elaborately in the Bhagavad Gita. In the 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, where Krishna is showing his Virat Roop, there also Krishna says, Kalosmi Kshayakrit Pravriddho. I act up as the eternal time. You know, Arjuna is saying, oh, I can see all this Duryodhana and party getting into your mouth and being crushed. Like, yatha, that, you know, that moth, firefly, हम सबने देखा होगा. Have you observed that firefly getting into the fire? कभी देखा है आपने? It just rushes into it. Even if you try to, to discourage it ना, वो जाके गिरता ही है. That is the quality. So the Arjuna sees Krishna, all these Kauravas and others getting into the mouth of Lord and being crushed. So Krishna says, I am that Kala, and either ways they are going to be destroyed. So you take part in the war, you fight against them, and you take the credit for the victory. Everything I will do, but you take the credit and you fight on behalf of me. So Kala is a representation of Krishna, and that is also discussed in the Bhagavad Gita. And the fifth is karma. So karma kya hai? When we say karma, actions, karma karo, that's the most famous tagline. When you ask, आपने भगवद गीता पढ़ी है? हाँ पढ़ी है. क्या सीखा? कर्मण्येवाधिकारस्ते. बट उसके आगे भी कहा है ना, मा फलेषु कदाचन. वो कोई बोलता नहीं है, कर्म करते रहो, कर्म करते रहो. बट कर्म क्या है? जो देयर इज अ थीफ, ही इज ऑल्सो डूइंग कर्मा. प्रभुपाद कहते हैं ना, अ थीफ इज ऑल्सो डूइंग एक्शन ओनली, बट इज इट recommended? A thief, when he acts, what will happen? He will get arrested. So karma for us is all those actions which are pleasing to the Lord. Why the Lord? We discussed Ishvara, वो supreme है. So everything goes on according to his will. So if we don't act according to his will, that means we are bound to be arrested. और अरेस्ट मतलब क्या? हमको यहाँ रहना पड़ेगा इस मटीरियल वर्ल्ड में, इस सांसारिक जीवन में. वो पुनरपि जननम पुनरपि मरणम पुनरपि जननी जठरे शयनम. क्या हमको ये चाहिए? डू वी वांट टू बी इन द जेल परमानेंटली? नो. सो दिस ट्यूसडे in Radha Gopinath temple, Chaitanya Charan Prabhu gave an excellent class. Again, I would ask you to listen to that. It's a beautiful class. और उसमें उन्होंने एक वाक्य कहा which really, that karma is not backward, karma is forward. तो हम अगर किसी को भी पूछेंगे, if we say, if in India, that's the everybody, if they are suffering, क्या करें? कर्म किया होगा, कुछ तो कर्म किया होगा, इसके वजह से मैं सफ़र कर रहा हूँ. So that knowledge is there. So what we have to do, we have to take it forward. So if I am suffering now because of my past actions, I don't look back and oh ऐसा हो गया. I mean, you cannot be despondent looking at your past. ठीक है, हो गया, आगे क्या? What next? So what you do now will decide your future. So what we have to do? We have to act according to the instructions of what the Lord has given in the Bhagavad Gita, so that our way forward is secure. मतलब we are paving the way to go back to Godhead. नहीं तो we will be stuck in the past, which is not that Krishna recommends. So the 5 topics of Bhagavad Gita, of the 5, 4 are eternal, which are Ishvara, Jiva, Kala and Prakriti. Prakriti is material world is temporary, but it is not false because it is a Daivi Hesha Gunamai. It's an energy of Krishna. So what we have in our hand? Only karma. Karma is the only thing which is not eternal, and we can change it. So we have to perform karma or actions in such a way that it is pleasing to Krishna according to what he has guided us. And manual क्या होना चाहिए? Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. Even Bhagavad Gita alone is sufficient. That's what Prabhupada says. 16 rounds, 4 regulative principles. But if we want to know more about Krishna, then Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita. But Prabhupada has guaranteed 16 rounds and the 4 regulative principles, you can go back home, back to Godhead. So, karma, to avoid our future complications, do what you can now rather than getting stuck in the past. So, these are the 5 important topics discussed in the Bhagavad Gita. And again, I would say, you read the introduction to Bhagavad Gita, the beautifully Prabhupada has mentioned. तो वो इंट्रोडक्शन स्किप मत करना अगर आप भगवद गीता पढ़ रहे हो तो प्रभुपाद जी का. नाउ बिफोर वी मूव ऑन टू द फर्स्ट श्लोका, I just want to quote again Shankaracharya in the Gita Mahatmya. What he says, Ekam Shastram Devaki Putra Geetam. So there's only one Shastra which is the song of Devaki Putra, that is Bhagavad Gita. Eko Devo Devaki Putra Eva. There's only one Supreme Lord and that is Devaki Putra Krishna. Eko Mantras Tasya Namani Yani. There's only one mantra and which is the holy name of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And we were just discussing karma. So Adi Shankaracharya is giving solution to that also. Karmanekam tasya devasya seva. So our karma is to serve the Lord of all this. So that is the importance and how Gita Mahatmya, and who is saying this? Adi Shankaracharya. Bhaja Govindam, Govindam Bhaja Mudhamate. In your end days, your grammar and everything is not going to help you. Only the seva that you have done or taken the names of the Lord is going to help you. Now, having briefly discussed this, we'll see what happens in the Bhagavad Gita. We'll start the shloka. So there are 18 chapters, everyone knows. The first is observing the armies. Now the first six chapters describe the Karma Yoga. The next is Bhakti Yoga. So that is the middle portion from 7 to 12, to 6 chapters. When we go there, we'll understand. Now, there are 46 verses in the first chapter. It starts with Dhritarashtra Vacha. So, of the 46 verse, there's only one verse spoken by Dhritarashtra, and that is the first verse. So, we'll chant that. Dhritarashtra Vacha Dharma Kshetre Kurukshetre Samaveta Yuyutsavaha Mamaka Pandavaschaiva Kimakurvata Sanjaya. Dhritarashtra said, O Sanjaya, after my sons and the sons of Pandu assembled in the place of pilgrimage at Kurukshetra, desiring to fight, what did they do? So this is the translation. So the first chapter can be further divided into sections. The first verse to the 11th verse is preparation for the war. So there you will see this question is asked and Sanjaya is replying, Duryodhana did this, Duryodhana did that, he approached Bhishma, he approached Drona and all that. So the first 11 verses will describe the preparation of the war. 12 to 20 describes the signs of victory for the Pandavas. That Hanumanji is on the flag, then the blowing of the Shankh and all. 21 to 27 shows Krishna as Bhakta Vatsala. Remember, he is not speaking anything. He is just following. So there you will see Arjuna telling Krishna, please take my chariot in between the two armies and I want to see who is desirous of fighting against me. And 28 to 46 is Arjuna's long list of not fighting the war. I will not fight the war because of this, I don't want to fight. So in this way, the chapter can be divided. What can we learn from this, the first chapter? We can learn that, you remember from the cover page we were discussing na Bhakta Vatsalya, that you can learn from this. The Krishna as Bhakta Vatsalya. Again, remember, he's not speaking anything. He's just accompanying Arjuna wherever he wants him to go. And the second is the Lord's protection. The Lord will protect his devotee no matter what. That we'll see. So, again, I'll quote the Gita Mahatmya. There are beautiful verses which say, you all know the Mahabharata scene, how it developed and what led to this. So there are Pandavas and Kauravas. Kauravas are against the Pandavas, Adharma representing, and Pandavas are Dharma, protected by Lord Krishna. So there are, I think here there are 7 Akshauhinis and there 11, something 11 or 9. There's a vast difference between the armies also. Kaurava armies are more compared to Pandava. Because you know that Duryodhana also comes and takes the Narayani Sena. And Arjuna is left with Krishna. So, in this midst, 2 armies, ab just imagine karo, just close your eyes and imagine. 2 armies, the Lord with Arjuna is standing in the middle and Arjuna is observing the armies. And there is complete din. There is chaos, either say hathi, ghode, sab आवाज कर रहे हैं. And there we find Krishna and Arjuna in the middle of the 2 armies. And how does Shankaracharya again, how does he describe this? Bhishma, Drona, Tata, Jayadratha, Jala, Gandhara, Nilotpala, Shalya Grahavati, Kripena, Vahini, Karnena, Velakula, Ashwathamavikarna, Ghora Makara, Duryodhana Vartini, Sotirna Khalu Pandave Rananadi, Kaivartaka Keshava. This is what Shankaracharya described. So what is he saying here? Ki Bhishma and Drona. Though it's like a sea, a huge river, of which Bhishma and Drona are the high banks. Very high. Bhishma and Drona Tata, the banks. And who is Jayadratha? He is the water. He's one of the source. Gandhara, that is Shakuni. He is also there in between. He is also there. Shalya Grahavati Kripena Vahani. Kripacharya is the flow. There is Shalya. He is also one of the formidable persons that Arjuna has to fight. There is also Karna. Ashwatha and Vikarna are described as Ghora Makara, alligators. So in a river you find all these alligators which are very dangerous. So if you want to jump, you cannot jump. Why? Because Bhishma and Drona are the high banks. You cannot even jump. But what is there? And Duryodhana is also there. But what we have to say, and amidst all these, Pandavas crossed over. Why? Kaivartaka Keshava. Who was the boatman? Keshava. So what Shankaracharya is trying to tell or explain is that no matter what the difficulties may be in this sea, samsara sagar mein, we all know this is known as samsara sagara. In this sea of material existence, there will be alligators, there will be insurmountable banks, there will be a huge, very strong flow of water. Water for us means the miseries may overpower us. कभी कभी बहुत होता है ना कि नहीं सहा जा रहा है, आई जस्ट कैन नॉट टेक इट एनी मोर. सो द मिजरीज, द स्टॉर्म्स विल कम, देर विल बी सो मैनी एलिगेटर्स, मकर रहेंगे, बहुत कुछ, बहुत बाधाएं रहेंगी. बट व्हाट टू डू? केशव, take the, if you give the reins of your life in the hands of Krishna, then everything, just like see the Pandavas, the situation was not very easy for the Pandavas. Was it easy? Never. तो भगवान का साथ लेने के बाद भी ये क्वेश्चन पूछते हैं, भगवान थे उनके सामने, फिर उनके जीवन में इतनी पीड़ा क्यों आई? सो इट इज़ नॉट दैट when you take up, this is not to discourage, but even if you take up, Prabhupada says this, even if you take up Krishna, it's not that the material, because we are in the material world, it will affect us. But there is Krishna. There is Krishna who can take us, पार करा देंगे, वो नैया पार करा देंगे. उस वो कहते हैं ना, नैया पार करा दे मेरी. So he will take us across all these miseries, and we want such a friend, such a guide. So if Krishna is there, then we can cross over. That means take shelter of the Lord. So when miseries come, when there are forces beyond our control which we don't anticipate and they overpower us, suicides क्यों होते हैं? Because they are not able to accept and face the difficulties. But if we take shelter of Krishna, then we can cross over. Padam padam, yet Bhagavatam describes, every step there is danger. But if you take shelter of Mukunda, then all those what do you call, the samsara sagar, the ocean becomes just like a muddle, a pool of water contained in the hoof of a calf. एक बछड़े का जो पैर के निशान है उसमें कितना पानी जम सकता है और उसको क्रॉस करना कितना मुश्किल है. So life becomes, I mean, you can cross over. You find the strength to cross over because you are taking shelter of Krishna. So that is what is mentioned here. Now this verse, see, it teaches us so many things. Let us break down. This is Dhritarashtra asking. So Dhritarashtra, he was very cunning. Let's accept it. He was not at all वो अंधा है, इसके लिए it's not that he needs our sympathy. He was cunning, through and through. तो वो क्या कहते हैं? And because Vyasadev did not find him fit to witness the Mahabharat war, the vision was given to Sanjaya. So he is asking Sanjaya, Dharma Kshetra. So Kurukshetra is defined as Dharma Kshetra. So Dharma means religion. So in the land of religion, that is Kurukshetra, Samaveta, they have all gathered. O Sanjaya, Mamaka, my, and Pandava. So there itself we see that Dhritarashtra is differentiating. Pandavas are also Kuru. So why distinguish or why differentiate between them? So that itself shows that Dhritarashtra never wanted a peace. He never intended to give any of the kingdom to the Pandavas because right from the beginning for him the Pandavas were separate. They were never a part of the Kuru according to him. So what he's saying, what did they do? What did they do, Sanjaya? So see, you have gathered in the battlefield with the desire to fight. But still, he is asking this question because of two reasons. सो कुरुक्षेत्र को धर्म क्षेत्र कहा गया है और वहाँ पे धृतराष्ट्र is fearful that the influence of this dharma kshetra can act on his sons. वो एक है और वो see when you are in the association जैसा संग वैसा रंग. So if you associate with devotees, something rubs on to you and you take inspiration and you start. If you are, that's why drunkards के सामने, even if you are not a drunkard, if you are seen with a drunkard, वो लिखाई हो जाती है कि ये भी drunkard है. क्यों? संग तुम्हारा वैसा है. So Dhritarashtra is afraid that if in this land of dharma, it may influence his sons to go back and not fight the war. Ulta. So that is why he is very anxiously asking, क्या हुआ? The other reason he feels is that, ठीक है धर्म क्षेत्र में पांडवास भी तो है, तो it can influence them and they will turn back and not fight. तो क्या होगा? पूरा मुझे मिल जाएगा, मेरे बच्चों को, मेरे दुर्योधन को. So that is why he is very particularly he is asking Pandava and Kuru, my Mamaka, my sons and Pandavas ने क्या किया. Another reason Prabhupada explains here is I'll just read it as it is. The word Dharma Kshetra is significant because on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, the Supreme Personality of Godhead was present on the side of Arjuna. So Dhritarashtra was highly doubtful about the possibility of his son's ultimate victory. वो भी उनको एक डाउट था कि कृष्ण है तो मेरे जो बच्चे हैं कौरवास हैं, the victory is doubtful. So अगर वो इन्फ्लुएंस पांडवास के ऊपर आ गए और पांडवास निकल गए तो ये कुछ सवाल ही नहीं उठता है ना. So he did not want a compromise between the cousins and brothers. And therefore he is asking this question. Very cunning. दूसरा उसका क्या है? He is clearly distinguished between the Kauravas and Pandavas. अगर इनकी जिंदगी देखा जाए तो nowhere when so many atrocities were taking place against the Pandavas, nowhere we find Dhritarashtra raising a voice against his children. Unfortunately, in India, जब महाभारत की बात कहते हैं तो सब कृष्ण को ही दोष देते हैं. अगर वो चाहते तो ये युद्ध नहीं होता, इतने सारे लोग नहीं मरते. बट आप पीछे जाके देखे हैं क्या? How many attempts Krishna took personally to stop the war? कितने बार? Starting from 5 kingdoms to 5 villages. वही नहीं, फिर Yudhishthir also sends him. They sent so many attempts are made to stop this war, and Dhritarashtra, so stubborn he says, I know what you're saying is for my good, but my love for my sons are too overwhelming that I cannot listen to good advice. तो कृष्णा को दोष मत दो. Krishna never wanted, he and the Pandavas, they tried everything they could to stop the war, but the other side was unresponsive. They didn't respond. They तलवार निकालते थे. That is why Krishna again shows the Virat Rupa to Duryodhan. जब वो कृष्ण को मारने की कोशिश करते हैं ना, जब लास्ट अटेम्प्ट करते हैं, तो then how can, without knowing what has happened, सिर्फ एक ही पिक्चर में आप देखते हो कि वार हो रहा है and you accuse Krishna. Some people refuse to keep Bhagavad Gita in their houses saying that लड़ाई हो जाएगी. In what way? How is it relevant? अरे लड़ाई होगी तो अंत में तो संजय बोलते हैं ना, यत्र योगेश्वर कृष्ण यत्र पार्थो धनुर्धर तत्र श्री विजयो. So bring it ना. Why do you want to avoid that? नहीं नहीं, ये हम घर में रखेंगे तो महाभारत हो जाएगा. It has no value. So Dhritarashtra is afraid now, and that is why he is asking this question. And finally, in the end of this purport, Prabhupada mentions both the Pandavas and the sons of Dhritarashtra belong to the Kuru dynasty, same family, but Dhritarashtra's mind is disclosed herein. As a king, you are supposed to be neutral. Every subject under you is your child. So a parent cannot be partial to his children. And Dhritarashtra was being partial to his children, biological, and ignoring and insulting. कोई भी आप incident देखो, whether it was the Lakshagraha, who was the main conspirator? Dhritarashtra. If he had not given the permission, Lakshagraha couldn't have happened. Draupadi Vastraharan. फिर the Dyut Krida. Everything happened in his presence only, na? So he was a thoroughly manipulative, cunning personality. And he separated the sons of Pandu from the family heritage. One can thus understand the specific position of Dhritarashtra in his relationship with his nephews, the sons of Pandu. And now comes the punchline of Prabhupada. As in a paddy field, the unnecessary plans are taken out, so it is expected from the very beginning of these topics that in the religious field of Kurukshetra, where the father of religion Sri Krishna was present, the unwanted plans like Duryodhana, Dhritarashtra's sons and others would be wiped out, and the thoroughly religious persons headed by Yudhishthira would rule the kingdom. So this is an indication. The first shloka itself, the Dharma Kshetre Kurukshetre, indicates that the victory will be because Krishna is the father of religion. And wherever Krishna is there, irreligion cannot sustain. It cannot survive. So this verse shows that Dhritarashtra, the Pandavas will be victorious and the weeds will be plucked out, uprooted and destroyed thoroughly by the Lord's intervention. So we'll stop here, the first verse. And any questions or comments?
Mataji, so towards the end of the Bhagavad Gita, it clearly states that wherever there's Krishna and Arjuna, there is victory. Just going back now, if you, based your research and study, what is the root of the war then? So there are various reasons. So
Mahatvakanksha of Dhritarashtra. His ambition to ascend the throne even though he was not eligible. So that desire to occupy something which you are not fit to occupy. So that led to all this. So even our material desires which we say, they are like those little Dhritarashtras, we can say. What does Krishna say in the Bhagavad Gita 2nd chapter? Dhyayato vishayan pumsa sangasteshu upajayate sangat sanjayate kama kamat krodho bijayate. Those verses. It begins with contemplation. So Dhritarashtra was contemplating, I want to ascend the throne, I want to ascend the throne. And when he was disqualified because of his handicap या जो भी बोलो. And Pandu ascended the throne. That seed was burning in his heart. So everything. That's why he was a silent spectator to every atrocities that was done on the Pandavas. Does that answer your question?
Oh, it does very well. Was it another argument, if you allow me to add? So I also heard if Bhishma would have not been so rigid with his vow that I want to take care of Hastinapur despite things going wrong, things would have been different. What's your view on that?
Things would have been different, yes. But Bhishma is a Mahajan. And he knew very well what Krishna wanted him to do. He knew that Krishna wanted him to be on the... See, from an external point of view, from this we can say, for argument's sake, had Bhishma not been so rigid with his vows, had he defected to the Pandava side, the scene would have been entirely different. But he is one of the 12 Mahajans. And Krishna wanted him to be there and show the entire world that even if you are Bhishma, if you are on the side of Adharma, there is no chance that you will win. But let us also see that in the Bhagavatam, after Mahabharata ends here, but Bhagavatam, after the Mahabharata war, Krishna visits Bhishma on his deathbed. And Bhishma quits his body by looking at the beautiful form of Krishna. So, see, if had Bhishma been against Krishna, against the will of Krishna, Krishna wouldn't have gone to at that Anta Kale Chamameva. At the end point when Bhishma wanted to quit his body looking at the beautiful form of Krishna, he went there. He fulfilled his wish, Bhishma's wish. Bhishma was lying on the bed of arrows for 18 days. He fell, I think, on the 4th or the 5th day. I don't recollect exactly. But he was lying on the arrows just waiting for Krishna. And there's a set of prayers in the first canto of Bhagavatam, Bhishma, that is Bhishma Stuti, where he is beautifully describing the form of Krishna. And again in the Mahabharata war, Krishna, to fulfill the vow of Bhishma, breaks his own vow. So that is Bhaktavatsal. He protected Bhishma's vow at the cost of breaking his own vow of not taking the weapon. So that relation is on a totally different level. We are looking at it from this one-sided view. That had it been so, this wouldn't have happened. But Krishna wanted the Mahabharata to root out these evil forces.
Thank you, Mataji, for widening my perspective.
Any other questions, or we'll wind up? Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.